And in gap year, you may start with 1 year, and then either you may go back to the convention system, or you can just continue. So that's why I wanted to show that video, that people can start off with 1 year and then just carry on. So it really depends on each individual. Okay, so yeah, let me listen to more thoughts and questions that you all have.
And so it's not structured like all subjects they have to study or something. They can pick up anything of their topic and then they can explore it. Or is there any guidance or outline or boundary?
Yeah, usually there are no boundaries. That's the whole idea. Remove those boundaries and see what happens. Um, but there is guidance. So there are no boundaries, but there are guidance. And the boundaries are also created by the, let's say, to start with the child and also the family, obviously. But mostly it's the child who creates his or her own boundaries. Yeah, it's like you are on the road, so you can go wherever you want to go. Obviously, but that doesn't mean that you can drive however you want to drive and cause accidents. So that's not the point. So to that extent, yes, you are still bound by the whatever that the fact that you are on the road. So in the same way, in open learning, you are bound to the extent that uh, you still do things which are let's say helpful to you, or which make you explore and experiment and try out different things, and things like travel, doing different things, with the time as
And
the major benefit. Yeah.
what about the
uh, Sorry.
uh, what about the socialization or like friends which they have in their when they go that in together in their school buses, or when they are in the classrooms. So gap year means they will be in the with the family.
Not necessary,
So
not necessary. So
uh,
Avinash, one of the two things, two answers to that question actually. One is that first of all, what is the definition of a friend? Does it has to be my age, or it can be any age? Now, the moment you don't think of friend as only your age, and it can be any age and many ages, like the whole world can be your friend. You can be friendly with anybody, right? So
okay.
that really opens up options. The second thing is different children have different needs. Some want friends, some are okay with just one or two friends, some want a lot of friends. So then the whole idea is that the child will again lead that. The child will ask for it. The child will demand. The child will also find ways. Oh, in the evening I can play with friends. I can go to X person's house. I can do Y with the other person, and so on. So the child will also figure out how. Like somebody was saying, oh, I get time to, let's say, do what I want to do. So I may say I'll go to a skating class, or join a skating group simply so that I can have friends. uh, though skating maybe also be one of my interests. So I think that's very much dependent on the child and how the child, or and just because we go to school, just because we are in the school bus, and just because we have in the same class, doesn't necessarily mean that I have a lot of friends. There's so many people in school who don't really have friends, who have people around them, but friends as in friends, in fact, I would. That's not really necessary. There's so many people like that.
And uh, like feeling like competitiveness of the environment, or when they then there's something we say like stage daring, like public speaking, all those when the issues come, like working in a team, in groups, those things which are maybe part of not completely in the conventional school,
Yeah.
to
Again,
be
I'm
the
not too sure they are by default part of the school. At least
partly.
uh, Yeah, at least not necessarily working in a team. In fact, as I said again, the child gets far more. If you are in a break here, you get far more opportunities to work in a group. Because you are doing lots of different things. You're going out and doing. You could be going just to the closest bakery and baking with them, or you could work with somebody else to do something else. So there's so many options, so many opportunities that come up that you actually experience better working, better doing things. You can, in fact, the older children typically end up doing a lot of internships. We have children right from working in a supermarket to a restaurant to a project or with NGOs and so on and so forth. And then you actually experience the real teamwork, because then there is a reason for you to work together with different people. So internships for older children, I'm saying, becomes kind of an important part of the gap year. Or as if you travel, again, travel brings in so many experience of being with a group and then doing things together. So I would say, in my experience, it's the other way around. You actually get to work with more people. You actually get to experience what real life is. And is real life all about competition, or is it about cooperation? I think that itself is a life skill that you realize. It's not about getting ahead, it's about working together.
It starts with some goal setting or objective by like by end of this year, like these basic skills in mathematics or some languages, the writing, reading skills. We expect the child to see. If we see the exams or entrances, they are like 12th. After 12th, they are conventional 12th. They are allowed to give some entrances, common entrance tests like
Mhm.
NEET, medical entrances or engineering entrances. Though there are other uh, these professional disciplines also available, but most of the times they require those things of like conventional 12th is the requirement for them to get for the eligibility for the entrances. So those things how they are dealt in this open school learning and goal setting
Okay.
object.
So I heard a lot of different thoughts there. I don't know if I'm able to remember everything, but some of them are related to gap year. Some of them are more related to open learning. Uh, uh, yeah, see, again, when you say, will it start by me setting that after 1 year I should know this, then I might as well continue in the school. If I'm caught up with that, if I'm caught up with that after 1 year, you should know this much in maths and this much in language and this much in then I might as well stay in school and not take a gap year. The idea of a gap year is to have that openness in life, to not necessarily go by a scale and say, okay, am I increasing this much and then am I increasing this much? I can have broad plans, and the plans will keep changing and keep evolving as I go on a journey. For example, as Arnav was saying, I want to travel. Now, if he travels to different places, what could be an objective? I would say nothing. Why does it need to be an objective? Travel itself is such a nourishing way to learn. In fact, I personally feel it's one of the best ways to learn. When you travel, meet different people, work with different people, go and stay with some places. Nowadays, there are these beautiful concepts where you can go and stay in a place for a month and 2 months, even in different countries, as a volunteer, and they will host you and you get to work with them and learn about their, not just learn, interact with their cultures and stuff like that. So so the conventional system has put these kind of maths and science and history and geography, but that's not what life is. Life is meeting, doing, interacting, exploring, understanding. To me, that all is life. And that doesn't necessarily have to have a 1 year measure. And if in that journey, Avinash, to quickly answer your last part of the question, if you want to give whatever and a competitive exams, you can easily do that. That's not a problem. You can give a 10th and a 12th from NIOS, and then you can appear for a competitive exam. So that's not a big deal. The point of that, wherever I want to be, whatever I want to be, that is not a point. The point is that, am I clear what I want to be? And am I ready to explore, or am I just trying to reach benchmarks after benchmarks after benchmarks? I mean, then that anyway, there's nothing wrong with that, but that system already exists. Then there is no need to take a gap year.
because maybe we have not been exposed to such kind of system yet and has
Yes,
been
yes, absolutely.
brought up in the system. So thinking it, maybe it will like broadening our thinking on these things will take a while to get.
Sure, yes, yes. From the day we were born, we were put on a rail and the rail was chugging along,
Yes.
constantly one station after another. First standard, sixth standard, 10th standard, 12th standard, college, postgraduate college, job, marriage, children, we're chugging along. It's like non-stop journey.
So like we are in Jalgaon, Maharashtra. So like we are planning for homeschooling or unschooling, self-directed learning, whatever the terms we may say, on the next year onwards. Because anyways, this is online schooling going on right now. Uh, but we try to search whether there are any families with such concepts here locally. So they are not such as of now here.
So don't worry
So
about that. The rest of the families who are going to school are also part of open learning, as far as I'm concerned. They may be going to school. How does that matter? They don't go to school 7 days a week. They don't go to school. They don't do everything 24 hours. Rest of the time, they are all available. So please don't think about that you have to only connect with open learning families or even when one takes a gap year, at whatever age, one doesn't only need to connect with other gap year people. Like,
no.
so if I'm 16 years and I want to take a gap year, I don't need to connect only with children who are doing gap years. I can connect with anybody and everybody. That's exactly the point. The point is gap year or open learning opens up the whole universe to me or the whole world to me. Now I have everything is a possibility. And it gives me the time and space to be able to explore that possibility, like how Antara was saying in the video, explore, 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 explore. That's what she did for that 1 year.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had a question related to
Yeah.
open learning.
Yeah.
Like, is it like any subjects or any guideline, or it's like any subject the child wants to pick up?
Yeah, so see, it is open. So it is open, meaning it is dependent on you, or rather your child, or both of you, right? I cannot define what is open for you. If I say the world is open for you to go, now where you are going, I don't know, and I'm not here to recommend. The only thing is, yeah, if as parents we are going to take the role of the school and then say, no, I want to school my child at home. Again, nothing wrong with that. Then it's more of a homeschooling. Then we are saying, okay, I will drive the same thing which the school was driving. That's okay if you want to do it that way. But then it's not really open learning because then the child still isn't open, just that the child is at home. Yeah. Arnav, you have any specific questions about gap year since you have joined us today?
Not specifically.
Hmm. So what are you thinking?
I'm thinking like it's a year where you can basically sit and think about how you want to like like how your life you want to plot basically.
Yeah.
How you want to plot your life.
Yeah, and which is why I think people like this ear thing because it's in a way, yes, it's sit and think, but then for a year you're not going to sit and think, I'm sure. So you think a little and you say, ah, this looks interesting. Actually, you actually go and explore that. Right? Suppose you just say, ah, a photography is interesting. I want to become a photographer. Right? Let's say just that idea comes to your mind. Assuming either you have done photography before or not even done even once photography, it doesn't matter. Now, suppose that idea comes to me because I have the time, I can just go to a photographer and say, I just want to spend some time with you just to understand what is it to be a photographer in life. And that kind of you can say an opportunity is not available when you have all the time running behind a subject or a marks or a school schedule or a college schedule. You just don't have that kind of a time and a space to go and spend some time with somebody who is actually doing what you start thinking. So you may visit such many such people depending on what are your ideas, and then you can start kind of, and in that journeys of meeting people or doing things, then you will realize, is this is something that I would like to pursue. And then you can decide, do you want to go back to conventional to pursue that, or do you want to continue the journey of open learning and internships and apprenticeships and so on to learn whatever you want to. Yeah, so it's both sit and think, explore and think, meet and think, enjoy and think, dabble and think, fail and think, all kinds of thinking. Yeah, and that's why we talk about a year, because you need a year to do all of that, right? Otherwise, just sit and think. I can say somebody can say think over the weekend. Why do you need a whole year for that, or think for in a week thing? But that it's not just about thinking; it's about actually going out and interacting with the world.
And what is the consolidation mechanism? Like, for example, the child goes and explores and then experiences.
Mhm.
Would there be a role of a mentor where they will sit and discuss, or will help the child to bring out their feelings or understand
Absolutely.
what they.
Absolutely. Yes, yes, yes. That is why number one, parents are there, right? The parents are there to mentor the child, discuss with the child different experiences. There can be more mentors who can be involved, people like us. If you are part of our community, then we are there. And when I say we, I'm not just saying me, I'm saying we as in all the other parents with all other different experiences, but who are in this journey of open learning, are ready to listen, ready to understand, ready to connect as to what was your experience. So that you are calling it consolidation. We just use a simpler word of reflection, but I think you meant the same. That's very, very important. And I would say one of the beautiful things that happens is then the children are actually able to connect with us as parents or as mentors, and there's a lot of conversation that happens, and it's so beautiful. That's the bonding part that I was talking about. So that's very, very beautiful.
So, is the campus open, the ROA campus, or will it open anytime soon? Or
We'll come to that. I can talk about the campus in just a little while. Let's first just see if there are more questions related to the gap year or to the aspect of open learning or exploring open learning at least for a year, and then deciding for what you want to do in the future.
so, if there is a gap year, then the
Mhm.
child, if they want to continue with the conventional school, they practically miss a year. Is it that way?
No, no, they don't miss a year. Yeah, that's the very nice thing about taking a year off. You go back to the subsequent class. Okay, whether it's in school or whether it's in it's some people. So gap year can be taken while in the schooling year from school, can be taken at the stage of 10th. So for example, NIOS allows you. Suppose I've given 10th and I want to take a year off, as in for the whole of 11th, I don't want to go to school. Then at 12th, I can either go back to school. If assuming, let's say worst case scenario, every school says no, which I'm telling you won't happen. Many schools will say yes, come in. But let's assume every school in the country says no, you can't come, you missed 11, you have to again do 11. Then there is an iOS. And in fact, you don't even have to wait till you are one more year. You can, after finishing 1 year, you can give the examination for 12th. NIS is open. You can give whenever you are ready. So even that flexibility is there, and NIOS is run by government. So right, so that is so the government also appreciates that aspect in that sense. Yeah. So
And
yes, you can go back. Yeah.
early schools like first grade, second grades, for them, if they miss the school, like first year, like if they finish the first grade, and if they don't go for the second grade, so for the means third year, the
They will go
chronologically
back to
third.
third. Yeah. They will go back to third. Yeah.
Okay, they don't.
See,
Okay,
yeah, by law, actually, the schools are supposed to take the children by age, not by what they have done before that.
okay,
Not, and
okay,
that is by law. But otherwise, also schools do it that way. They don't really make you. They may take an interview or a small test or something, which they are not supposed to, but they still do it. Uh, but then, more or less, yeah, I have not heard of a case where the child had to repeat a year or something like that, or lose a year in that sense. If you're going back to the conventional system, yeah.
as a parent, what kind of mindset or what kind of thinking process that we should be undergoing before embarking upon this concept or exploring this as concept? Because for a year there will be no school, means uh, how to go about all those things. Like suddenly that whole emptiness comes, like appears to be a big space for opportunities, creativity, and thinking some things which we really want to do the things.
Yeah, I would say if you ask me, the only thing that comes to my mind is prepare a mindset to enjoy that 1 year. Be with your
Okay.
child, be with as many things that you can enjoy with the child, given your other constraints of time and professional life. But otherwise, enjoy things doing with the child. The child is into, let's say, photography, you can enjoy that with the child. If the child is playing football, go and watch the child playing football and just enjoy, right? Enjoy doesn't mean we have to do it with the child. We If the child wants to do painting, doesn't mean I also do painting, not necessary, but I can enjoy that. And I think that itself is so beautiful. So the frame of mind can be of enjoyment. I think that's rest all will follow. The consolidation or analysis or assimilation or reflection that Pooja was talking about will come naturally, which that's not an issue at all.
Because I just asked her what she's going to do for 1 year if she doesn't go to the school. She said that I will be doing lots of drawing.
Yeah, that's where they will start. They will start with whatever is coming to their mind, and things will
Correct,
evolve. I'm sure she will
correct.
explore 100 other things, and you will also show her that, oh, this is also possible. And then if she wants, she can pick it up.
That little fear of going out of the way or conventional things which are not being done by people around us, that it makes little uncomfortable, like moving from the zone of comfort. That maybe gives sudden initial jerky feelings. But
Yeah, that's possibly because, Avinash, everybody around you, you are seeing them going to school.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that is
Though
why
most
you are
of them
getting that.
agree that.
That is why you are getting that jerky feeling. Now, I'm saying get into meeting people who are not going to school. Let's say if you meet 50 people in the next 50 days, or talk to them on phone or on WhatsApp or whatever, whose children are not going to school, suddenly your feelings will be totally different. It's whatever.
Yeah, because yeah,
If everybody around you is wearing a cap, everybody, and then you will feel, why am I not wearing a cap? It's so funny. Our psychology works like that,
obviously.
isn't it? You will say there's something wrong. I should be wearing a cap.
No.
Everybody's wearing a cap, right? Now that's the whole point, right? You have to contact people
Yeah.
who are doing this, which is why there are communities, which is
Because
why
that's
there are
happened. We
groups.
have yeah, that's what's happening. We have created a group of father, like being father. We have created one WhatsApp group where six of us fathers only are the members. So that for that we started 1 hour unstructured play, and that we got one yoga teacher. She will be supervising. So we started with 5 of kids, just grown up to 10. But from everybody was so happy that enjoyed it. They enjoyed it a lot. But when you come to the school, then we discuss, and the discussion ends with that. That is the only better school, and if
Yeah,
it is
because
not,
you are,
then what to
no,
do?
wait. That's where I think I couldn't communicate to you clearly. If you meet only the people whose children are going to school, then you will feel like that. You will feel
Correct.
there's something wrong. So start interacting with people whose children don't go to school, and then you will start feeling comfortable. See,
Yeah,
either there are two options. Either you make yourself feel comfortable without meeting other people when you are very clear amongst yourself. If you're
correct.
not very clear, then you will have to meet the people who are doing something what you are doing rather
Yeah,
than doing the opposite. Yeah.
correct.
And that is where a community helps. That's the big one. Because then
Yeah,
that is why we are in a community, because when there are so many of us doing something similar, which is not going to school, then there is so much comfort, there's so much connection between us. Yeah, that's important. Not that we don't meet school going people, that's not true, but we have enough people to talk to on our day to day basis, uh, whose children are not going to school. So then that's a totally different vibration, total different energy there. Yeah, more questions. There's so many people in the call. More thoughts. If you have thoughts or questions, if you have experience, so people can share their experience. If you have experience with your child, a gap year or open learning, how do you look at it?
Hi, Ratnesh.
Yeah, Mita.
So, I'm not here looking for open learning for my daughter. So I thought let all the parents get a chance to talk. I'm more as a learner.
Mm-hmm.
So, recently started learning about open learning through your webinars.
Mm-hmm.
And just as a learner, it got me interested. One question for a child who has been used to a very sophisticated environment under classrooms and also is not very keen, I would say, lover of nature. Will that kind of child enjoy open learning system?
Sorry, I'm not sure I understood your question. You said one, the child is not lover of nature. I don't know how is that related to nature. How is open learning related to nature?
Um,
That what was the first point? Is she
the
that
first
the
point,
child has been in a structured environment? You're saying
yeah,
is that? But
yeah,
how does that matter?
okay.
Meaning the child was in one environment, now the child is in another environment. Don't we
Mhm.
all transition from, let's say, school to college, college to job, job to marriage, marriage to children? Life is all about these transitions. So I don't
Okay.
think that is an issue at all.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay. My second question pertains to ROEX. I was reading it about it on your website. Is it possible to join ROEX as an observer? I listened to your orientation on ROE and understood the very basic
Okay,
concept.
can I just pause you? We will come to
Yeah.
ROE questions in after
Okay.
we have finished with all the other thoughts about
Yeah.
open learning, and
Sure.
then I can talk to you about specific to ROE, because
Sure.
not everybody is here with respect to ROE. They're more here to explore either gap year or open learning. So I would first address those thoughts, and then we can take on any thoughts specific to ROE. Yeah, so again, whoever has questions more specific to gap year or to open learning, let's address those, not just questions, any thoughts, and then we can move on to ROE questions. Yeah, anybody? Dheeraj, are you speaking? I'm not able to hear you.
Mute. He must be muted. He need to unmute himself.
Yeah, I think you're muted, Dheeraj.
Yeah.
No, I can see you are speaking, but even now I can't hear you. No, we're not able to hear you, Dheeraj. If you're using phone, you can just directly talk from the phone. Maybe don't use the headphones. Maybe in your case, that could be an issue. Okay, so while Dheeraj figures out his mic, anybody else wants to talk about any aspect of open learning or gap year? As a summary, the gap year can be looked in, according to me, in two basic ways, meaning there can be further variations within these two. One is when we want to kind of transit from conventional learning to open learning. So some people don't want to say, okay, I just want to ditch the conventional schooling. I just want to try it out for a year, open learning, and then I will take a decision. So that's like a stepping. So you're not, then you in your mind and even to your family and let's say extended family and relatives and all that, you're more communicating that I've taken a kind of a sabbatical for a year for my child from the conventional school, and with the assurance that the child can go back and not even lose a year in that sense. So that is one reason, one way to look at the gap year. The other way to look at the gap year is more, which is more typically more for older children, but for any age for that matter, is to find your own interests, to find yourself, as we say, or to find your own interest or find your own true calling, because then you have the space to explore, to experiment, to go in different directions and meet different people, because then you're not running against a timetable or anything like that. And hopefully not necessarily in 1 year, you may find it much earlier, or you may take even more than a year, but a year is just a good enough time for you to spend, and maybe it's not a hard stop that after 1 year you have to decide. You can still take more time, or you can even take less time. Even some people have figured it out in 6, 7, 8 months, and then they start working on that aspect. So these are two broad reasons why people, so that's what I'm trying to summarize. So if you think your child is either not, okay, let me also share one slide, but primarily if you think that your child is not, enjoying, uh, uh, wants to take a break, is not really enjoying something, basically not enjoying the schooling in some way, um, then that's a good enough reason. Some people do it because they want to just take it a little slowly. They want to get more time to oneself. Yeah, as this slide shows, uh, and discover oneself. So for any of these reasons, primarily. Yeah, we also call it open year. Sometimes people feel gap year is not the right term. So we said, okay, we'll call it open year, where you're primarily open to doing different things. Okay, I think there we can take some questions with respect to Arohi. I think a couple of people had questions. I'm forgetting who all had questions. Yeah, I think Amita had one question, and then somebody else also had one more question.
Yeah, Ritesh. Yeah, Ritesh, so my question was how to experience ROEX as a learner.
Uh, when you say how to experience ROEX as a learner, so ROEX is not something to experience. If you're saying how to experience open learning as a learner, then you can just learn whatever you feel like learning. ROEX is primarily a community of families where children are wanting to do open learning. Yeah, so it is just a community. In your case, since you want to, I would say, is it that you want to experience ROEX or you want to experience open learning? And if you want to experience open learning, well, just learn
I want,
whatever you want to learn, or get together with people who want to learn whatever you want to learn.
I want to experience what happens in open learning in ROE.
What happens in open learning in ROE? That's like saying what is happening in your life right now. What is happening in your life?
If it's that private, then okay.
No, no,
please
no, no. It's not a question of private. Maybe that's just my way of, you know, questioning you. I
Okay.
mean to say, first of all, at this point of your life, are you an open learner?
I'm a learner, yeah. I can call myself open. I learn everything, yeah.
And everything and anything that you feel
Anything.
like.
Yeah, anything that I feel like, anything that I
Yeah.
like.
Is there a curriculum that you follow in your life?
I'm not following any curriculum.
Okay. Is there a teacher in your life who tells you what to do every day? Is there
No,
a textbook governing you? Is there a test tomorrow? Is there an exam at December end?
no, I joined
So
any
you,
like-minded community and communities the way I have joined this.
yeah. So that's exactly what you're already doing open learning. You're already experiencing it. In fact, that's the funny part. Before we join a school, which is let's say up to 2 years, 3 years, or 4 years of age, and after we leave school and college, let's say that's 22, 25 years, we
Mhm.
all are doing open learning, isn't it?
I agree, but
Yeah.
for
So
a to
wait. So
understand what's happening there.
yeah. Go ahead.
So, as a layman, to understand what's happening there in ROE, I'm sure there's lots happening in ROE, right? How do I understand what's happening there? You said, okay, I understood by the orientation there is collaboration, there is collateral, there is coaching. Now, how is it all happening? I am not even able to imagine.
Mhm. Do you have children of your own?
Yes, I have one daughter, 12 years old.
Hmm. Okay, so see again, if you just want to experience, meaning Arohi, yeah, you can still experience, but the question is
Mhm.
still why? Why would you want to experience? Because you are already living it, you're already doing it. Right? The reason you would like to
Okay,
explore,
I'll
or rather experience, is because you want to be part of it. See, a community isn't something where it's not a match happening that you sit outside and experience it. The only way to experience is that you become part of it. And the become part of it is that the family becomes part of it. Not that the family needs to stop doing whatever they are doing. Whether the child is, if the child is going to school, the child can continue to do the school part of it. Nobody is saying
okay.
that cannot be in school and still not do and not do open learning. You can still go to school and still do open learning.
How can that be done?
Well, that is, as I said, that's a frame of mind. If you still decide, you may still go to school. The teacher says, do this project. If you say, I don't want to do this project because I can decide what I want to do, then you are still an open learner. But the teacher will scold you tomorrow that you have to figure out what to do with that. Because you are deciding now to be, you're saying, I want to be in the school also and I want to do with, okay. Or maybe when you come back home, you say, I've come back home now. I don't want to do what the school tells me to do. I will do whatever I feel like doing.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. I'm still not convinced. Maybe I'll get back to you again on
Yeah,
this.
no. The point is, the point is, there is when you said I want to experience it as a learner, what I'm trying to tell you
Mm,
is that there is nothing new in it for you to experience as a learner. You might be even disappointed. You might say, "Oh, I came with some expectations. It would be something interesting." But what is happening? Somebody is doing art. Somebody is doing music. Somebody is doing whatever, studying something. Somebody is making something. Somebody is doing something. What is the big
How
deal?
does this
Everybody is just doing
initiation, how
something.
does this
It's
initiation help? Let's say, okay, one question. Let's say a child needs help on maths. He says, I need somebody to coach me algebra in maths. Now, how does that happen?
so let's take your child's example. Let's say your 12-year-old comes to you and says, I need help in algebra. And let's
Hmm.
assume you don't know anything about algebra.
Okay.
Then what will you do?
Probably I'll get her attached to somebody else. I'm bad at maths. I know I won't learn maths, so I will attach her to somebody else.
And who is this somebody else?
Somebody known, or I'll find out through somebody known. Yeah.
See, there you are. Again, you are doing open learning.
Okay.
So what you are doing is you are taking the child to more people who possibly can help her. So you may ask maybe in a friends group or a relative group, or you will ask that, hey, my daughter needs some help in algebra. Who can help her?
Hmm.
Isn't it?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. So again, I'm saying if you just want to experience how learning happens exactly how it is happening. There's no difference. But if you want as a family to be part of the community, that's a different thing. Then you are saying, I want to be part of the community, not to just know something, because There is nothing to really know here. That's what I'm saying. You will be disappointed in that sense. The real fun is in, uh, uh, is when you are part of it.
To be a part of it, I think the child has to be essentially the part of it, and that's how parents will get associated, right?
No, it could be the other way around.
Okay.
It could start
Because
with you
my daughter
being part of
is
it.
interested right now, right?
It
When I
can,
spoke to her,
that's what
she's
I'm
not.
saying. Yeah, obviously she may not be, it's your idea, it's anyway not her idea, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's okay. We don't have to force it on anybody.
Yeah.
Okay, so it can start with you wanting to be, you wanting your family to be part of this community where maybe the active part of the family is you, and then the child will, and then you may share. It's like suppose you want to join a club, let's say for different activities that happen there. Maybe sports happen there, swimming happens there, and so you say, I want to join, I want to take a membership in this club. We'll all take a membership. Will you come swimming? So your daughter says, no, 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 I don't like swimming. Let's
Mhm.
assume that. But that doesn't stop you from start going for swimming. And then maybe seeing you, she may go for swimming. Maybe seeing you, she may not go for swimming, but for something else. Maybe in spite of seeing you, she will say, this club is useless.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
That's
getting it.
okay. But you are not there then to know, how this swimming pool functions. No, no, no. You're there to swim. Because everybody else is, some people are swimming in this swimming pool and you would like to also swim.
Okay. I get it now.
Yeah, so the
Yes.
difference is when you say to me, I want to whatever experience how learning happens. Well, learning is not something very one track. It is however anybody wants to learn.
Mm-hmm.
It is very organic in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we can, if you have thoughts, we can talk more, or maybe one to one also. You can give me a call and we can talk.
Yes, I think I'll do that. I'll think over it a little more and I'll
Yeah,
talk to you. Thank you so much.
most welcome. Yeah, there was somebody else asking a question that can they visit, when will the campus open of Arohi? I think I'm forgetting who was asking it, but very quickly to answer that question, I don't know. So that's simple and a quick answer. I don't think anybody knows right now when educational bodies or will be allowed to function where children can come. No government, none of the state governments, not even the central government is clear about it. People are thinking and then announcing and taking the announcements back and so on and so forth. So as far as we are concerned, since we are in Tamil Nadu, we have to wait for Tamil Nadu government to give us a go ahead, which I don't think is going to happen immediately. It may happen sometime later, which I don't know. And even after that, even when the government announces that we can open up, it will depend on all the people, the community to decide, are they comfortable coming to campus together because of the risks involved? And if they are comfortable, then we will start functioning. If people still say, no, government is allowed, but we are not comfortable, then we will still wait. So that's the status in terms of the campus opening. But ROE is functional totally. It's everybody is attending from their home, much like how we are chit-chatting now. Right. Any more questions, thoughts? Now we can ask about ROE also, and open learning and gap year.
If we plan for homeschooling, then what exactly is the first step? How do we go about it?
Okay. How old is your child, Yashodhara? I'm not able
Hello?
to hear you. Yeah. How old is your child?
She's 9.
9. Okay. And when you say homeschooling, do you want to do homeschooling? So typically homeschooling means I will still follow the schooling system. I'll follow all the subjects. I'll follow all the curriculums, but I'll do it at home. That's typically what homeschooling means. Open learning means I will not necessarily follow a curriculum. It's all open. Whatever the child wants to, uh, the child would learn or do or spend the day or the week, and then we will go along. So, which one are you looking at? Accordingly, I
Yeah,
can guide you.
open schooling.
Open learning. Okay, we don't call it open schooling
Yeah.
because it's no more schooling. It's open learning.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah. Yeah.
in open learning, the basic thought process is that the child is the leader.
Hmm.
And since the child is the leader, then what is our role? Our role is to support, assist, push, pull, challenge, go along the child. So we are co-passengers, you can say. But still
Okay.
the child is the leader. So the first thing that you would do is obviously you will stop the school and you will say, okay, let's decide what you want to do. And the child will say,
Hmm.
I don't know what I want to do. And that's a good start.
Hmm.
Because if you start saying, oh, if you don't know, then I'll tell you do this, then again it's back to square one. Then again, we are the one who are taking the leadership.
Yeah.
So what we need to do is to give the time to the child, the time and space for the child to start thinking. Maybe the child will say, today I don't know, and then start doing something. And you will say, oh, so this is what you wanted to do. Yeah. So that's the starting process. The starting process is the child starts thinking, deciding what the child wants to do, and then the child
Hmm.
starts doing it. And an interesting third step, which somebody else mentioned, I don't know who, was this consolidation or the reflection, right? And as the child does, we consolidate or we reflect with the child. Now, the only difference is, at least that is what I recommend, or we recommend to everybody, is don't just do it with the child. If only the child is planning and only the child is reflecting, the child will say, I would rather go to school. Right? But let us say all the family members plan together every, let's say, in the morning or in the night or once a week, whatever, whenever, that who every member is saying, this all is what I want to do during this. Yeah, sorry, I think Yashudra, are you still there? Some people are there still. Sorry, um,
Yeah, I'm there.
my internet is playing a little devil today. I again got logged out.
Yeah.
So I don't know till where you heard me or whatever. So what I was sharing to summarize is that first of all, you work as a team and everybody becomes an open learner, not just the child. You also, everybody shares what we want to do and everybody reflects together as to how was the day or how was the week, depending on how frequently you want to reflect and how frequently you want to plan, and then everybody supports each other. And then learning is obviously not limited
Uh,
to only a certain things. The whole thing is a learning, including cleaning toilets, cooking.
where do we
Yeah,
where
every
do we get these contacts like community? What you're saying?
oh, and yes, if you want to be part of the community, you can very well be part of the community. So that you want to be. So the only difference between doing it as a family and as a community is that you are with so many other families.
Okay.
Yeah. So if
Yeah.
you want to know more about the community part, which
Hmm.
is you can visit our website. Okay, I'm typing the website there, as well as you can either call me. This is my number, or you can WhatsApp Aditi on this number.
Okay. And last question.
Hmm.
If we want to be part of Arohi,
Hmm.
so we are in Pune, so
Hmm.
we need to visit the campus and stay in Bangalore or somewhere
No, no,
nearby.
no. There are so many people from so many cities who are part of Arohi. Uh, from whichever city. There are even people from Dubai and even from US who are part of the community. So you can be part right now. The anyway nobody can visit, right? Right now everything is closed.
Yeah.
So as and when the campus
Yes.
opens, if you want to be part of the community, there are many options. You
Hmm.
can come here once in a while, and rest you can be from Pune, or only your child can be here and you can be in Pune, or you all can shift to close by, which is Bangalore or nearby. So all those permutations, combinations are available, and we can come to that when that time comes. I would suggest right
Okay.
now, just be, if you want, if you like, be part of the community from Pune itself, from your home. Because anyway, there is no way that you can come here right now because of the COVID situation. Were you able to get me? Were you able to get me, Yashwatra? I don't know. Again, the internet connection is little.
Yeah, you were not audible actually.
Okay. Okay. So I don't know what part got missed, but I was saying once the campus open, then there are many options, including you staying in Pune and continuing like how it is now, or you can travel here once in a while, or you can come and start living nearby. Um, Nearby can be Bangalore or any other place, but that's when the campus opens. There's also an option of just the child being here if that is what you want. So all those permutation combinations, I think, can be explored once the campus opens, whenever it opens. But till such time, anyway, everybody is part of the community from their homes. So you can start there, and that can be continued even later. So that's a non-issue. You can join that when if you feel like joining, and then we can see when the campus open how you want to take it
Okay,
forward.
from Pune, we'll be having discussion or we'll get guidance from you. Is it that?
Yeah, you'll be part of the community. The whole community is there to support you, and obviously eventually you will be supporting the whole community.
Okay.
So it's all together. It's not just me who is supporting. Obviously I'm one of the community members, so I would also be supporting. But the
Okay.
point is that it's a whole, you're joining a community, you're not joining an organization where there are few people who would help you. Where all of us are there to help you.
Okay. Fine. Fine. Thank you
That's
so
a
much.
very different flavor. We're not really used to thinking that way, especially with respect to learning and child's development, that we are joining a community rather than joining an organization.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can connect with me, you can give me a call. Also look through our website. You will
Okay.
get a lot of information there. And then you can give me a call or you can WhatsApp Aditi on that WhatsApp number.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. You can just
Yeah.
look at the link called, I posted the link also. Yeah,
Okay. Fine. Thank you so much.
yeah. Okay, anybody else? If you have a question, else we've spent about an hour and a half, so we can, I think, uh, Uh, otherwise, we can pause it here with the assurance that whether you want to join community or not is not important. If you want to take a gap year, if you want to explore open learning, and if you just need support, we are always there. You can give us a call, we can talk to us. Okay, so I think my internet connection is saying that it's time to switch off. So thank you very much. I think I'll close now again with the assurance that we are available. Yeah, thank you very much.